Now, I have to admit, I have mixed feelings about this as an English minor.
I'll start singing and everybody will immediately unsubscribe.
I can take any topic and convert it to a podcast or some other form of audio briefing and just listen to it while I'm doing something I need.
Yes.
I hate the idea of someone saying, "Hey, write me an article about this," and they give like a 2 sentence description of the article and they just let an AI model generate it. I'm sorry, that's useless, it's lazy, and it's
100%.
not value creating work. We're not talking about that. Like I think you and I would both never
Oh, never did
put
that.
our name behind AI generated drivel. Um, how do you think this is different?
I think it's very different to take something that is a product of our brains. And we are sitting there, we're articulating whatever it is we're trying to describe in an enormous amount of detail. Maybe it's a chapter in a book, maybe it's something like that. But these are our thoughts. Now, I think where AI really comes in for you and me, not only the transcription part of it, which is obviously extraordinarily helpful, it's organizing our thoughts. And to me, that's a big time saver. Taking those thoughts that we've put down, or we've articulated, we've transcribed, it's still our content. I'm not asking AI to go out and write me something. I'm asking it to take what I've created and just organize it for me, and then I can take it and I can go over it again and reorganize it one more time manually. That's a big time saver.
I think that's also a huge distinction. It is still your content. In fact, what I've noticed is I create more content, more volume when I'm working this way than when I
Yes,
was writing. I was
yes,
working on a report the other day, and I did a series of I set up a document and I asked a model to ask me questions about different topics that I'd fed in, and each answer I gave was 8, 9, up to maybe 14 or 15 minutes of me talking. And the
right.
word count that I generated, now, obviously, some of it was repetitive, I'm sure, right? Like I was just talking and telling stories, but I generated a larger volume of content that way, which was then helpful because I was able to condense it with the help of AI and doing some editing. But I got I got more of my thoughts out than if I were typing because it's
Yes,
just more
yes.
fluid.
It's a lot more fluid. It's a lot more stream of conscious. And I find so you're doing that, and I'm also writing an article. And here I am sitting here. The prompt that I put in, I said, "Look, I want you to act like a certain author, and I want you to ask me questions in this fashion." And then I will take my first draft. It'll organize it. And then I said, at the end of that draft, I want you to ask me questions like you're a journalist and pepper me with tons of questions. And I find that I go back and forth. And now having this, it's a lot more fluid, more natural. I can respond doing what you're doing where I'm speaking and then I'm transcribing it. I'm sitting there typing it still, but my even my typing is just a lot more. It's a stream of conscious typing. I'm not worrying about grammar as much. I'm not worried about certain misspellings and organization. But it'll then take that and it'll organize it better. But I get a lot more volume out of
Yeah.
myself when I do it this way. A lot more volume. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us over on YouTube. And make sure to stay up to date with us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well.